Hi, beautiful. I hope you're doing great. If it's your first time here, hi, welcome. My name is Jacira, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some Hermes tea, okay? Guys, I've been postponing this video a little bit, but it was for good because I read something that I was just like, oh my goodness, I have to share with the good people. So, okay. The first point, I hate having to say this, but there will be a price increase. The price increase is for next year, and it's going to be from 5 to 10% all across the board. And you will ask me, Justina, where did you get this information from? Well, the Insider, the news, the page, online page. I'm gonna share the link to it. I mean, it was in French. This news came about 2 days ago. Yes, on the 20th. And when I read the article, I was like, oh my goodness, like things are already so freaking expensive, inflation and everything. And I feel like there's so many people saving already for their Birkins. And now, we already had a price increase at the beginning of the year or mid-year. There was a price increase, a minor one, like 1%, 3%. And now hearing that there will be another one, I'm just sick. I'm over it. Like, when will they stop? When will it stop? I mean, maybe they're not making, or they're trying to change the clientele, but it's just too aggressive. And I don't know, like, though I love these things and I love Hermes and the bags and everything, but it's just like, like we just had a price increase, like with this inflation. And from what I read in the articles, they were talking about how now the dollar is so strong. American clientele, which is the biggest and the largest market that buys the most, strength right now, and they're able to buy. And Hermes was like, we're gonna cash in. Although they're already cashing in, but they're like, no, we're gonna cash in more, which is crazy to me, but hell. I'm not Monsieur Dumas. I don't know anything. I know what they're doing. And it's for the longevity of their brand, whatever. They're trying to separate the apples from pears. I mean, I see it. I see it for what it is. But anywho, guys, expect a price increase in January, February next year. 5 to 10% or maybe more, depending on items. So it's gonna suck. Next point on my Hermes tea, so to speak, is the fact that it's constant season. I spoke with my essay and she told me, girl,
there'll be a lot of constants coming in because there was a huge backlog. It was the bag that wasn't coming the least, and now they managed to make large amounts of it. The tannery dispatched a lot of constances, and so there will be a lot of constances. Expect to see a lot of constances.
So far, I haven't seen one yet, but I mean, I'm waiting on one. I'm waiting on my Constance 18. I've been waiting for a year or maybe more. I've been waiting for my Constance for a while, for a bit. And she told me that I will be getting it whenever I decide to go to France. So, be excited about that. Constance for you, Constance for me, Constance for you. My essay told me that there's a massive backlog, especially due to the pandemic. During the period that everyone was at home, they had really large backlogs. And my essay told me that, like, for some items, people are only to expect to get their items very, very late. My essay said that they have backlogs up until 2024. Like, up until 2024. Like, that's in the future, and they already have backlogs. I was shocked, and I'm pissed, because you know exactly what that means, right? If you want to have a special order, in my case, I'm already going through this stuff. Like, the backlog is so large that now my item that was put in special order last year, it's also delayed, so it's like, let's expect, which rolls to the next point, let's expect really large delays on arrivals. A lot of people have been recruited, a lot of people are doing training to really be able to satisfy the customers, basically, because they got a huge backlog and they don't want to continue like that. So my essay said, for the future, for 2024 onwards, things should be getting better. But girl, who's gonna wait until 2024? I guess we're just gonna go and buy pre-loved or buy in consignment stores. And I actually been considering this. He was telling me that the color chart almost didn't come to fruition. Autumn, winter, it almost didn't come out. People had to push, like inside the company to launch or to put it out. A friend who shared with me her special order, she's made a special order, and she shared this picture here with me, and she was like, oh yeah, here are the colors, but they almost didn't make it. A little bit late. The fact that the system for Hermes, all the stores around the world can now check you, girl. Like, I don't like this one because your chances could be higher at one point than the other, but You know, if you're not going to Paris to get like an appointment, you know. But with all of that, my essay told me something very special, which is the last point: have a second boutique. She told me that having a second boutique increases chances, not necessarily in the same country, but she told me to have a second boutique. And I think I'm going to make my second home boutique Lisbon. And I've been told by her that smaller boutiques that don't have a lot of flock of clientele usually get bags, and when they get them, they stock them very well and they choose very well the clients. So I'm hoping to, when I start my Lisbon, well, I've shopped in the Lisbon boutique prior, but you know what? It's been a while. It's been over a year. I think I shopped there in September or August last year, and I haven't gone back. Stop touching my hair, y'all. I can't. I'm sorry. Guys, once upon a time in my life, I was fed up with my employer, and I checked the Hermès website, and I saw job openings and things like that, and I applied for a position. Obviously, I didn't get it. You know, I'm still with my employer, but I receive a lot of notifications whenever new positions come in, and let me tell you that they're hiring a lot. Like they're hiring like in copious amounts of people are being hired at the Hermès. The company is growing and new products are coming in, and so obviously they have to have staff and they have to have people trained for these periods, which is quite exciting, you know, for a company to continue to grow. But it's like more people, more bags. We love that. But yes, guys, this is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're doing fantastic, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Goodbye.